Hello everyone, this is Fendermator, aka Glowbug596, and I am saying both of my channel names because of the fact that I am posting this on both of my channels because of the fact that I feel like that I recently made a second channel that was originally named Glowbug596, but I recently changed it to Heartfelt Productions. So this is going to be posted both on my main channel and on Heartfelt Productions. I'm going to post a channel link to that so you guys can subscribe to this because I'm not entirely sure if I should keep my original story on Fandom Writer's account because I am well aware that this is my fan fiction account and I think that it would be cool to have a separate account for my main story, and plus that way I can actually get people who are interested in listening to this. So anyway, with all of that out of the side, there are going to be some couple things I will say at the end of the chapter. This is chapter 1. If you have not read chapter 1, if you have not heard chapter 1, then go read it. This is chapter 2. I keep saying chapter 1. But there will be some notes that I put in the actual story. And if you want to go check those notes out, then go ahead. But I'm going to go ahead and get right into this story. It is simply titled The Text Messages. Hello again. I know I just posted a blog post not even 2 hours ago, but I just wanted to talk more about myself and not just about my crush. I think I might just call him my crush because I have no idea whether he is a Tumblr or not, and I don't want to use his real name to respect his privacy. Anyway, I'll talk more about what has been happening lately. I have 2 older brothers, but one of them is actually planning on proposing to his girlfriend. Until then, he got an apartment and a part-time job. The other is off at university and attempting to get a degree in IT work, so I tend to be just left with me and my parents. But it appears I will have to choose between them two as well. My mom and dad are very sadly getting a divorce, so I think I will stay with my father while my parents are up for the debate on the actual topic. I told them therapy would be a good idea because they could settle their differences in a friendly and mature manner. I was originally not going to make this post, but since I know my parents don't have some sort of Tumblr account, and as far as I'm aware, and as far as I know, I shouldn't have to worry. The same goes for my crush. Besides, this is very therapeutic for me. I normally talk about my problems with somebody, but I'm not one for talking about these issues, mainly because I don't know how public my parents want me to go with it. So until then, I'm going to keep it mainly to myself, this blog, and my crush. OMG, my crush just texted me back. I'm sorry, I know this is just such a schoolgirlish way to end the post, but I had to talk to him. You guys understand, right? Thanks for reading. Peace out. Anon. I'll quickly press post and grab my phone. I didn't say anything extravagant or serious. I just simply said, "Oh, what's up?" I opened the message and it said, "The ceiling." I laughed. I know the joke was so cliche and such, but it was just so cute. I calmed down and replied, "Touché. How are you?" We texted some more about the whole divorce issue, and he told me who I was going to end up with, my mom or dad. He said that since I was a girl and since she stayed at home with me, my mom was likely going to be the one who get custody of me unless I intervened. I was still trying to figure out whether I wanted to or not, though. When I was done texting Ivan, it was 7 p.m. I looked out my window and it was dark out. I took a breath and I began working on my homework. Despite the fact that it was my 4th week of school, I had several projects and work to do, so by the time I was done, dinner was served and cold. I tend to put off eating when I'm in the middle of something, so because of that my chicken soup was beyond cold. I sighed and heated it back up. I began eating it as I was watching TV with my parents. My mom tended to have more control over the TV than my father, and she seemed to like watching Investigation Discovery. By the way, if you guys don't know what that show is, don't look it up. It's very inappropriate. We only used to tease her about the fact that she was obsessed with it, but I kicked back on the teasing because over the years, I've grown somewhat fond of the murderous and bloody crime show, though I personally feel like Sherlock is much better. When I was done with the soup, I put the bowl in the sink, and I decided to listen to some music before I head to bed. I had a slice of energy, and I wanted to get it out. I went into my bedroom and grabbed my microphone and headphones. I cut off the cord to the microphone so I can hold it without fear of getting tangled. I put on my headphones and blasted Super Psycho Love and sung along. I opened my eyes and saw lightning flashing outside. It wasn't just little flashes, though, but instead a full-fledged light show. I felt my face light up and sang louder, to the point I didn't even hear my mom and dad come in. They tapped my shoulder and I screamed. I tore off my headphones and dropped my phone. "What the fuck?" They cackled loudly, and I eventually joined in. We heard you screaming your head off, and we just walked in here to hear you say Super Psycho Love. I laughed and told them I was just listening to music. Okay, well, you might want to keep it down. Other people live in this building. I laughed and nodded, and they laughed, closing the door behind them. I giggled to myself and was just about what just occurred. But when I truly thought about it, it wouldn't always be this simple. Things have been so tough in my life that it was hard to imagine another change. Between all the major changes in school, friends, love, etc., it was hard to swallow. I was sad at the fact that I would someday have to say goodbye to this life. I shook my head and put on my headphones again, but instead turning on a Markiplier video. Mark has always been one major motivation that I have had since I was in middle school. He was at first someone I just saw. He at first was just someone I saw as a goofy and funny guy. But the more and more I saw him, I saw him more as a friend. Granted, one I'd never meet, but still someone who helps. When I truly think about it, he has saved my life and has exposed me to many people in his community. He is one of the many reasons I continue to try at the game of life. Eventually, I felt sleep overcome me, so I plugged in my phone to the charger and passed out. But before I went to sleep, I said, "Good night, Ivan." End of chapter 2. So the first note that I left on the page was simply put, oh crap, sorry. What the? Oh boy. Sorry everyone, my computer glitched out for a second there. The first note that I left on the chapter was simply put just a simple, saying why I wanted to give out a shout to Markiplier. He honestly has been a major help in my life because I feel as though that he's helped me through many problems and has given me hope for many times throughout every moment of my life when I was suffering. Not to mention, I also may or may not have had a crush on him at one point as well. So I felt that he deserved a shout out, even at least a little. And as for the second note, I know that the end of the chapter seemed a little creepy whenever I said goodnight, Ivan. But here's a little explanation for that. I have this little tradition at night where whenever I go to bed, I will think of all my favorite characters from different fandoms and that are often male, and I imagine them in my mind that they all are with me. I think, and then I say, "Good night, boys." I know that sounds absolutely stupid, but I figured it'd be a cute idea. And I was originally going to write "Good night, boys," but I didn't want to confuse anyone who was reading the story and didn't want to read the notes for me to explain it. But anyway, thank you all so much for reading this story. I'm going to be posting this both on Heartfelt Productions and on Fandom Writer just to see where this goes because I'm still entirely unsure if I want to post this on Fandom Writer because of the fact that it's it's not very popular and my fan fictions are the ones that are popular. But if you guys like the story enough, then I will surely keep coming at it on the main YouTube channel. Anyway, guys, thank you all so very much for watching. This is Fandom Writer, aka Heartfelt Productions, and I'll be seeing you all very soon. Bye-bye!